All right. Oh, McKenna's in town. So we're gonna go over your mindset and your morning routines. So we're gonna go over that. Let me give it 1 second. Let me minimize what is going on. There we go. All right. So today we're gonna help you guys shift from scarcity to abundant thinking, identify and replace limiting money beliefs, and build a three-part morning routine that generates energy, clarity, and momentum. Anybody want to share what their morning routine looks like? You want to share?
Yeah. So I wake up kind of early and I spend some time reading the Bible and write a little journal just to reflect a little bit. And then I love going for a morning walk on Kingfisher Lake, watching the sun come up. So
Okay.
I do a little walk, a little prayer and praise walk on the way there and back. And that just sets my mind for the day. And then I try to get in here as early as I can and get some work done.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share their morning routine?
You're kind of looking at mine. I sit on my lanai drinking my iced coffee and figure out, like, a little while ago, I was drafting letters to send out to expired. So I work for my lanai in the morning in shorts,
Hey, I like
t-shirts,
it.
and a flip flop. Whole reason I moved to Florida.
Exactly. I mean, it's supposed to be what, 42 degrees tonight. So
Yeah, it's the town I'm from in Rhode Island. It's currently 45 and raining.
oof. Hugh, who's on Zoom, he brought this cold weather down from Milwaukee. No, I'm kidding. What about anybody else? Anybody else want to share their morning routine? Mine, I just started a new one about a month ago, and my morning routine is. I think pointing something.
No, it's looking at you.
Oh, yeah, my morning routine is I wake up at 4:45. I get to the gym by 5 in the morning. I work out for about an hour and 15 minutes. Then I go get a little bit more cuddles with the girlfriend and the puppy dog. And then I kind of wake up if I fall back asleep. And then come into the office and get here by 8:30. Yep. And then try to ignore everybody until 9. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's mine. So far, so good. Okay, so if I'm slacking and falling asleep, it's because I worked out too early and you guys need to wake me up. Perfect. For those who are just joining, we're going over our money mindset and our morning routines. Check your email. I sent right before this the student manual of what we're going over. So feel free to take a look at that. All right. So your morning predicts your month. The way you start your day determines your energy, confidence, and results. If you ever seen the video, and I think I mentioned this in the last team meeting for Inglewood, the video of the Marine, he's giving the speech and he makes his bed. That's the first thing he does in the morning. And if he does nothing else, he at least made his bed in the morning. I also make my bed in the morning because of that. Just my side. The girlfriend, she's still sleeping normally. So we kind of went over, what's the first thing that you do to start your morning. So I appreciate you guys telling me that and going into detail. So I want to start off with this video. It's 14 minutes, give or take. We'll stop and talk halfway through. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. If you guys can give me a thumbs up when you see my screen. I think Patrick, you're the only one I see. Can you see my screen? Beautiful. All right.
Radio, and I've created the Millionaire Morning Routine. I've got an update for you that's going to help you get even more done. I want to walk you through the basics of it. This is the ultimate guide to the morning routine that's going to help you 10x your productivity. So let's go back and talk about the basics of a morning routine. What most people don't know is that your morning routine starts the day before. So your Tuesday morning routine starts Monday afternoon. And when you have that step in place, that I'm going to show you in a second, then you'll be able to dominate when you wake up in the morning. Because most people, what they do is they wake up in the morning and they might do their to-do list. But if you're doing your to-do list in the morning, you're already too late. That's the time of day that science shows, as Daniel Pink has mentioned in his book, When, the perfect time to do anything, the science.
Also, while you guys are listening to this video, I want you to write down at least one habit or idea that you hear that could improve your mornings. So one idea or habit that you guys hear to improve your morning.
shows that you have the greatest discipline, willpower, and intention first thing in the morning. So if you're using your discipline, your willpower, and your intention, just figuring out what you're supposed to do for the morning, you're already too late. You have lost the most important time, and you're planning. Another mistake that people make is doing the long morning routines. The incantations, affirmations, meditations, cold plunge nation, all this sort of stuff. It's just a waste of time. And especially if you get caught in the phone temptation, which is where you're scrolling or you're snoozing. So we can't lose our greatest discipline, willpower, and intention to any of those things, whether it's planning, whether it's long morning routines, or whether it's the bad habits and vices of snoozing and scrolling. So what we need to do is go back and walk through exactly what is going to change your morning routine for the better. That's going to help you triple or 5x or even 10x your productivity. And it starts the day before. So here's what you're going to do. Every single afternoon, whether it's at lunchtime or whether it's at coffee break time in the middle of the afternoon or 5 o'clock when you're done work, no later than 7 o'clock at night, you're going to do something called
Commercial.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
the 3P system, the planning and preparation and the process planning. And it goes like this. All you need is a scrap piece of paper. Now, if you're lucky enough and you have my Perfect Day Formula kit, you can use the scripting pad. But if you just have a scrap piece of paper, you're going to do what's called a brain dump. A brain dump is where you take all the things running through your head, like the 28 things that you want to do tomorrow, such as, get milk, work out, write your book chapter, create a sales letter, do a presentation, have a call with your team, have a call with your friend, have a call with somebody that you get to whine and complain about, and then all the errands and stuff that you have to do. So there's like a million things running through your head. Maybe there's a million, maybe there's 28. It's a lot of stuff. And you gotta vomit it out. You gotta dump it out over that piece of paper. So you take that piece of paper and you just write them all down. Everything that's in your head. Now, it's gonna make you more productive, but it's also gonna help you sleep better at night because you're not gonna have your mind racing and ping-ponging over those 28 things that are stuck up in the clutter of your brain attic that cause so many people anxiety and stress. So now we've got it out over that piece of paper in the brain dump. And I kind of use the analogy that your morning routine is like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. The first thing you have to do with a jigsaw puzzle is you have to spread it out over the table because you can't get clarity and you can't put it together until you've dumped it out. So now that we've dumped out the 28 things or the million things in your head, from your head, now what we're going to do is we're going to prioritize them. So it's a priority to-do list is the second step. Brain dump, priority to-do list. You have 28 things or a million things, but one of them, only one of them can be number one, the most important thing you have to do tomorrow. What is that? What is the most important work task that you have to do tomorrow? That's going to be the thing that you do in your morning routine because that is where you have the greatest, say it with me now, discipline, willpower, and intention to work on the hardest things. And we all know that as the day goes on, other people bring emergencies and fires into our lives that they expect us to take care of. And so trying to do your most important thing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, after you've just had lunch and maybe had too many carbs and you're kind of in a carb coma, like good luck, that's never gonna happen. And you're gonna procrastinate on it and push it off till tomorrow. And the next thing you know, you push it off for 17 days in a row and you're like, I'm gonna forget on this project and just pick it up on January 1st. But that's the wrong thing to do. So what we do is we pick that priority, and then we pick the second priority, and then the third priority. So the top 3 things that we need to do, and we're gonna go through them in order the next morning. So let's go back to the number one thing that you have. Maybe it's writing a book chapter. Maybe it is creating a PowerPoint slide. Maybe it is writing a sales letter or a sales script or a YouTube script. Whatever it is, that's a pretty good start, doing the brain dump and the priority to-do list. And that's where I used to stop back when I was writing my first book, The Perfect Day Formula. But there was way too many days when I'd wake up and I'd be all gung-ho to go and write chapter 2 of the book, and I'd sit down, I'd open up my computer first thing in the morning, I'd be on the Millionaire Morning Routine, doing it step by step, and then all of a sudden, I go, I don't know what to write for chapter 2. And I'd have writer's block.
Oh, you mean on the end
So
of the
then I introduced the third step, which is process planning. And this is kind of stolen from Chip and Dan Heath, who wrote the book Made to Stick. And their book, Made to Stick, is about habit change. And so in the book, it talks about making the path to success smooth. Make it as smooth as possible by eliminating the obstacles in the way and then making it frictionless to go down the path. We kind of grease the groove. So when I was a writer and I wanted to write chapter 2 of the book, I would put down 5 bullet points the night before. And then the next morning I'd wake up and, oh, it's a whole lot easier to write about 200 words on each of the 5 bullet points than it was to look at the blank screen and go, man, I don't even know what to write for the chapter title or for the 5 bullet points. And next thing you know, I was cleaning the house. And I'm so bad at cleaning, I hate cleaning so much that I don't even know how to turn a broom on. And so if I'm cleaning the house, that means I'm really procrastinating in my life. So after a couple of sessions of that, I realized, I need to make the path smoother. So a little bit of work, a little bit of process planning the night before, whether it's bullet points for your PowerPoint or bullet points for your chapter or bullet points for your sales message or whatever that you're putting together. We need to make the path to success smoother. Even if you want to just do Bible study first thing in the morning, as many of my Christian clients do, a lot of them say, man, I just, morning got too crazy busy, I didn't get a chance to do it. Did you set out your Bible? No. Did you open it to the page that you wanted to study? No. Listen, go to your kitchen table, put your Bible out, put it open to the page that you want to read, the scripture, the verse, the chapter, and you know what? When you wake up in the morning and you go to the kitchen table, half done is half begun, as Mary Poppins once said. So we do that planning and preparation. So those 3 steps are brain dump, priority to-do list, process planning. And then when you wake up in the morning, you have the, say it with me now, greatest discipline, willpower, and intention. So you work on the hardest thing first. And even if you only do 15 minutes in the morning, if you're an author, you can write 500 words in 15 minutes. Now, 500 words, 6 days a week, 15 minutes in the morning, is 3,000 words in a week. In 12 weeks, you have 36,000 words, which is enough for a small book. My Perfect Day Formula book and Perfect Week Formula book are only about 40 or 45,000 words. So you can write a book in 12 weeks in just 15 minutes in the morning when you do this planning and preparation the day before. Now, there's one new thing that I want to enter into this, and it comes from the book Think and Grow Rich. So the story, the legend goes, I learned this from Dan Kennedy, who I believe learned this from, heard this story from Earl Nightingale, which goes way back in the personal development world. And Dan Kennedy said in one of his seminars that I went to many, many Dan Kennedy seminars, and he said, so on the day that Napoleon Hill was supposed to submit the manuscript and the title of the book, he was stuck. He had the title of Think and Grow Rich, Use Your Noodle to Get the Boodle. Use your noodle to get the boodle. Crazy, right? Do you think it would have sold 30 million copies if it was called Use Your Noodle to Get the Boodle? I don't think so. Not even use your noodle to get the poodle. So, what does Napoleon Hill do when he's stuck with a crappy title and has a deadline? Does he go to the library? Does he go and call his friends? No, he goes to bed and has a nap. And he believes in the power of the subconscious mind. And sure enough, as legend has it, he wakes up a few hours later, or an hour later, or 20 minutes later, whatever it was, and he goes, think and grow rich. And that replaced use your poodle to get the noodle, or whatever it was that he originally had. So now, this is what we're going to steal from Napoleon Hill and put into our morning routine to make it more effective. What I want you to do in your planning and preparation is when you go through that and you go, okay, my number one priority is to, for me, I always go back to writing. So chapter 2, write the chapter and here are the 5 bullet points, and okay, great. Right now I'm writing a lot of sales scripts for our new Millionaire Mentorship. So recently I've been write the intro, 500 words to Millionaire Mentorship. That's my number one thing I have to do tomorrow. And I'll put a couple bullet points on it. Science.
All right. That's what I wanted to share. Everybody see me now? Ah, beautiful. I love all the thumbs went up. Appreciate that. So what's one takeaway or one habit or idea that you heard in that video that you want to take away and implement tomorrow? Anybody want to share?
I would
I'll
share.
For me, it's
Go ahead, Kyle.
Or do the hardest task first.
Do the hardest task first.
Mm.
Okay, what's that hardest task look like? For, for, for some people, it's making a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good one. Josephina.
Yes, I was taking a little notes here. I prioritize already as I put everything in a calendar in details on my phone, but I haven't done to do a brain dump. I kind of like that. Maybe those are little things that I'm missing. I do the major, like every day I know the night before when my day starts, what is my first priority, and I put everything on order on my phone based on a priority by the time into execute it. But I never done a brain dump with 20 some other things,
Yeah,
which probably that would be something then I would like to see what I'm gonna come up with.
I love that. You have to, when you do that, you have to share with me what you find out.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share? Take one more.
Mine will probably be the priority list.
Priority list. All right, awesome.
Right now, all I do, I have my mindset on just my other job, and that's it. Maybe I can prioritize adding some other things into my schedule and routine.
Yeah, exactly. And for you, maybe it's 30 minutes on your lunch break to make a few phone calls to your database, or now you're home for a few weeks, schedule an open house, something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for sharing, Keith. All right. So now let's talk about what drives all those habits, your mindset about money. Anybody here want to share? Good. Just want to make sure I was calling out everybody. So with money mindset, we want to expose limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. Who will here has a limiting belief? Raise your hand. Yep. Yeah. Get them out of there. Get them out. All right. Throw them away. So I want you guys on a piece of paper to write 3 beliefs you grew up with about money. So 3 beliefs you grew up with about money. Now I grew up thinking money, $100,000 was a lot of money. That mindset shifted real quick. Still a lot of money, but $1 million is the new 100,000. Okay. And I mean, the limiting belief can be, or the belief that you grew up about money, it could be something now that you think about it too. And looking at that list, I want you to circle the one that holds you back the most. Okay. And then I want you, after you circle that one, no worries, Karen, you can take your call. On that, I want you to write a new belief that will help you serve your goals. So as an example of the above one, I always thought money, it was either you can make money or have time, but you can't have both. Well, now I know that you can have money and you can have time, as long as you delegate things like like a TC, or making McKenna do the things I don't want to, something like that. Make Kyle hold my open houses, So something of abundance thinking, which is another word for a belief that will serve your new goal, is I create value, so money flows to me. Or wealth is a tool for good. So the more money you make, the more money you can give back to a charity of choice. Or example, I want to be the first millionaire, but not the last millionaire in my family, so I can give back to my mom and Nana and my aunt and all the people who helped me grow up. So I have 5 years to do that. $1 million in the next, no. I want to retire in the next 5 years. It's my goal. And then there's always opportunity to grow. Who believes there's always opportunity to grow? Raise your hand. Good. Or yep. Yes. If you don't think there's opportunity to grow and you're perfect, then stay the same, but get out of here, because there's always opportunity to grow. Now, I have a question for you all. Do you see money as stressful or as a tool for freedom? Feel free to shout out.
Stressful.
We have stressful. We have somebody that says
Could be
stressful.
both.
I
Stressful.
think it's both.
Yeah, we
Definitely
have
both.
two for both. You know, stressful. Why is money stressful?
Everything costs money. And if you don't have it, you can't do what you want.
That is fair. If you don't have money, you can't do what you want. That's fair. So, and then you said both. So, how is money a tool?
Money is a tool to grow in any way and form that you like. Financially, dependence, lifestyle and everything. But at the same time, it's a lot of stress for the money because having more money doesn't mean that you have the life that you want or the freedom that you want. You have a lot of opportunities if you have a lot more money than you already have because you have to stay and continue to grow the money because the money is going to disappear if you don't work on to continue to grow and keep more money coming in as you're giving more money away.
Beautifully said. Thank you. And it's just like being a real estate agent. You have the ebbs and flows, the peaks and valleys. If you're doing your lead gen and you're selling homes, you're up here. But if you're not doing lead gen, you go down here. Same with money. You have a lot of it up here, but then you need to keep making it, or you're going to go back down. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So, what is one belief that you're ready to get rid of? What's
My
one belief?
inside voice.
What was that one?
My insight, I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Stop letting my inside voice dictate my feelings about money.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Good job. Throw that out.
People with money are better and smarter than me.
Exactly, because they're not. Yeah, they're not. You're smarter than that. We just got to get you up to more money. Yeah. Anybody else want to share? All right. Perfect. So we talked about the
You have a comment?
oh, from Nash. Let's see, Nash. Money is not evil if you use it for good. Oh, I love that. Heck yeah. Good job, Nash. I like that one a lot. And you're not wrong at all. I would use money. I told my girlfriend this. I want to use money to build a puppy sanctuary type of thing, just because I love dogs and how fun would that be. But then I also told her I'm going to use her money because I don't have any, and she didn't think that was funny though. So she was like, "Go figure it out yourself." All right. All right. So again, scarcity. Money is hard to make. Money's not hard to make. You just need to know how to make it. And you guys are doing the right thing. You guys are here in class, working on your skills. You're learning how to make it. In abundance, money flows where value is created. So if you bring value to your clients or value to yourself, you're going to see the money come flowing in. Example, Jason held an open house this week. He's been holding them, and he got 6 people come in, which is pretty good amount. Working with some people now. So, he created that money flows where value is created. He created that value, and he's going to see money coming in. We'll make sure of it. Yes. And one cool thing, wealth is neutral. Wealth is neutral. It amplifies who you are, but wealth is neutral. You can make money or you don't make money. It's really up to you. And that's one thing I like about money. The harder you work, the more you'll make. Although, hear me out, if you sit on your couch and play YouTube or video games, you also make money. So if y'all start twitching or live streaming, I want to see it. I think Patrick's going to go live stream on TikTok.
I've tried and I didn't like it, so I didn't do it anymore.
That's awesome. Oh, well. All right.
The inside voice that I'm talking about, Brad.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, we got to get you making lots of videos. Yep. Putting them out there. All right. So let's connect this to the most powerful tool for creating momentum, your mornings. Again, what you do in the morning prompts your day. I drink an energy drink in the morning and it gets me going for the rest of the day. until 2 o'clock, and then I get tired. But that's when I drink another. It's good for you, right? No, I'm just kidding. Horrible for you. So there's kind of a formula to this, okay? So there's step, focus. That's the formula. So I'll give you an example. The step, your mindset. Gratefulness or gratitude and affirmations. I know that in the video, the guy's like, skip your affirmations. You can do that. Here's an example for you guys. I am a trusted agent in my market. Or I know what the heck's going on in the market. I'm the best agent to my clients. Then you have movement. Physical energy. I go to the gym in the morning. I work out. Or 10-minute walk. Jason goes on a walk and then he does prayer, things like that. Patrick drinks his coffee on the porch and enjoys the sunny D outside. Right? Isn't sunny D? It's vitamin D. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, right. And then momentum. So what's your wealth building action? Called 3 past clients, posted a market date update, posted a TikTok video, reached out to people. So again, the 3-part formula is mindset, movement, and momentum. Okay, those are the 3. Anybody need me to repeat the focus or the examples? All right, beautiful. So it's pretty much your habits too. If you create a habit, a good habit, you'll go a long way. You create bad habits, you know. If you create a chain smoking habit like McKenna created, no, okay, she didn't create that. But that's a bad habit. That one won't, help your life move any farther. So your anchor habit is one thing that you'll do every morning, no matter what, even if everything else falls apart. Example, making your bed. Going to the gym at 5 a.m. If you have kids, maybe it's waking your kids up to get ready. That's when the chaos starts. Yeah. What is give me an example of an anchor habit for any of you guys. What starts your day? Patrick's might be making his coffee or pouring his coffee. You do that every day?
Almost every day.
There you go. Steve?
Definitely coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I love it. And no worries, Karen. I saw you. I see your message. Enjoy your day. Josephine, I saw you came unmuted.
Yes, my day always starts with reminding myself what I have to do first, and then look the rest of the notes for today. I get up, look at my phone. Okay, that's the time. This is what I need to do first, and then start from there. Taking my medicine, go to the bathroom, shower, get dressed, and get going.
There you go. Okay, I like it. I put deodorant on when I remember and cologne.
Of course, yeah.
I'm stinky. Yeah. McKenna yells at me. All right, awesome. Anybody else want to share their habit?
I like the it's guided prayer on the Bible app. Like takes about 5-10 minutes. I do that every morning.
I love that. That's awesome, Q. Thank you for sharing. Just like what Jason does. I love it. I love it. All right. So we want to start building your routine. Okay. So building your routine. Well, first I want you to think about your routine now and how you do your routine. And then figure out there's things in there that you can fix. But I want you to write down on a piece of paper what time you wake up. What is your anchor habit? What is that mindset action? And again, that mindset action, great gratitude, affirmations. I am the trusted agent in my market. Movement, what your movement activity is, and then what your movement or momentum action is. I'll give you guys a few minutes to write those down. And make it real. Write down exactly what time. As an example, I set my alarm for 4:40, and then I'm up by 4:50, and then I'm out of the door by 4:55. and I get to the gym by 5. I live really close. And then my anchor habit is setting my alarm the day before. If I don't set that alarm, I ain't waking up. As an example, I'm gonna watch the Eagles game tonight. You bet your butt I am not set an alarm for 4:40 in the morning tomorrow. That's okay, because I set the alarm for Wednesday. Go Birds, by the way. Who wants to share?
Sure.
All right, yeah, Jason.
So 6 a.m. is when I usually wake up. That's when I read the Bible and I journal a little bit. It takes me about a half hour. And then I go on my little prayer walk at Kingfisher Lake. That takes about a half hour. 7 o'clock is when I kind of shower and get dressed for the day. And then I have to, and then at 7:30 is when I drop the kids off at school. And I listen to that James Shaw thing every day.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so
Awesome.
I have an alarm that goes off, because at first I wanted to do that and I always forgot it, so I set an alarm, a reminder at 7:20 to put that on, and that's become a habit too. And then basically I'm back by 8:30 from dropping the kids off at school, and that's when I try to get in here and get some work done.
Awesome. Good job. Anybody else want to share?
What are we sharing? Sorry, I'm so.
Oh, you're fine.
Morning routine.
Yeah, your morning routine. So what time you wake up, that anchor habit, so something you do religiously, and then what your mindset action is. So you say, I'm the best agent in the world. And then you move on to your next movement activity, which is going for a walk or going to the gym. And then a momentum action, making those first phone calls, driving to the office, setting up and opening up your emails. Anybody else on Zoom World? All right. No worries. So I want you guys to think about that. And when you, in your own time, I want you to go through that and see if what you're doing is working for you, or if not, what you can do to change up your routine to make it work for you, to make it effective. And then I also want you to write down what's one obstacle that could stop you. Example, the Eagles playing tonight. That's stopping me from tomorrow morning. But we'll see if I change it, if I get pressured. But what's one obstacle that will stop you? And then how will you handle it? Okay. All right. So I have a challenge for you. All. For the next 7 days. And at the end of the week, I want you to reflect. So by next Monday, I want you to come back. And I want you to create that new routine. And then I want to know what changed in your energy, your focus, and your business. So did your business change? Did your energy change? Did your focus change? Which part of your routine that you created was most impactful? So what was the most impactful? Was it going from decaf coffee to the Colombian coffee or the New Zealand coffee, whatever that may be? Or was it drinking that energy drink versus not drinking that energy drink? What may it be? And then will you keep this permanent habit? Will it be permanent? Think you guys can do that? All right, get that shakes. All right, awesome. So again, just some key takeaways. Your mindset determines, your money mindset determines your financial ceiling. Your morning routine determines your daily performance. And you could start small, but consistency creates transformation. The more you're consistent, the more you're going to transform your career and your life for the better. And then, thank you, Nash. I love that comment. And then I'm glad you love the challenge. I want to hear it. I'll be in the office Thursday too, if you want to tell me anything more. But does anybody need anything else here? Anybody have anything? No? All right. I'm gonna give you back some time in your day to go make those phone calls. I already booked one appointment today. I want all y'all to book an appointment. Oh, yeah. So book some appointments today, okay? All right. Go Birds. Heck yeah, Christina. Go Birds.
Thanks,
All right, see y'all.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Tom.
Brad. Have a good one.
Thanks, Q. See ya.